Hi, I'm Jay. Just like you, I can't wait to start a new career adventure at Accenture. But before you and I can officially start as Accenture employees, we need to complete our pre-employment requirements first. Join me as I complete my onboarding journey. Together, we'll discover the different requirements we need to submit before we can officially start at Accenture. Ready? Let's begin. Hi, ma'am.
Hi Jay, I'm Colleen and I'm here to discuss with you all your pre-employment requirements. You're joining us as an executive, right?
That's right, Colleen. I applied for a managerial position and I'm excited to start my journey here at Accenture.
Okay, then let's proceed. There are 3 different sets of documents that you need to complete. Background check, critical to payroll or C2P, and prior to start requirements. This first set of documents is necessary for us to verify your credentials and work history. Remember to submit the following requirements at the soonest possible time. First, you need to provide us with a photocopy of your Certificate of Employment or COE. Jay, since you are coming on board as an executive, we need you to submit your COE from the last 10 years of employment. Non-executives need to submit their COE from the last 5 years of employment. If you are currently employed, a COE from your current employer may not be readily available. In this case, you may submit a signed and acknowledged copy of your resignation letter. Please note that we will only accept a copy of your resignation letter while your COE is still being processed. The resignation letter should have the end date of your employment, the company name, and the signature of your HR representative or immediate supervisor.
What should I do if one of my COEs from my past employer is not available?
If any of your COEs is not currently available for any reason, you may provide us with a letter explaining why the document is unavailable. Let us know when you'll be able to provide us with a copy. Don't forget to include the contact details of your previous immediate supervisor or manager and or HR department. Also, you need to attach any proof of employment such as a company ID, payslip, or contract. Jay, you also have to submit a copy of your SSS employment history as part of our background check requirements. If you already have an SSS online account, you may access your SSS employment history by visiting the official SSS website, www.sss.gov.ph, and registering for my.sss. Just print your employment history information and give us a copy. Now, if you have problems accessing your employment history online, please reach out to your onboarding POC for guidance. For those who do not have an SSS account but are currently employed, you may register online using your current employer's PIN, which you can get from your current employer's HR representative. For those who are not currently employed and do not have an SSS online account, please reach out to your onboarding POC after this session for guidance. Since you are applying as a manager, I have to ask, do you currently own a business registered under SEC?
I don't. If I do though, will I need to submit additional requirements if I do?
Yes. Candidates applying as a manager or executive with an existing business registered under the Securities Exchange Commission or SEC or the Department of Trade and Industry or DTI must submit a notarized affidavit of no conflict of interest. This affidavit should reflect the following: the specifics of his or her involvement and participation in the said business, confirmation that there is no conflict of interest between such involvement and or participation and his or her role in Accenture. We will provide you with a template for this. If you have a bachelor's degree or a postgraduate degree, you may submit a copy of your transcript of records and diploma. By the way, if you've stated in your application or resume that you have a master's or postgraduate degree, then you have to provide us with a photocopy of your transcript of records or diploma from graduate school. Meanwhile, if you weren't able to finish your degree, You may submit the following documents as proof of your school attendance: temporary transcript of records, certificate of grades, claim stub issued by the school signifying that you requested any of the documents and that these are being processed. If you are a Department of Science and Technology or DOST scholar, you must submit a photocopy of your DOST contract or clearance. This should be submitted along with your educational documents.
To ensure we protect your data privacy and to comply with global and local data privacy laws, we require a submission of a valid NBI clearance. You can get your NBI clearance at the NBI main or satellite offices. You can also visit www.nbi-clearance.com for more information.
If you are assigned to support a project which has additional background check requirements, we may also require you to submit additional documents to fulfill these project-specific requirements. Now let's move on to our second set of requirements, critical to payroll or C2P. This second set of documents is necessary for us to be able to enroll you in our system to guarantee that you get paid every 15 days. We also need these to process your benefits, including SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig. To begin, you need to open a BPI account.
Do I open a new account even if I already have an existing one?
That is correct. This new BPI account is to serve as your payroll account. There is an endorsement letter in your onboarding kit. You need to present this letter to any of the 20 designated BPI branches listed in your onboarding checklist. Apart from the endorsement letter, make sure that you bring one valid ID or two secondary IDs for identification purposes. You must also submit a recent 1x1 or 2x2 photo of yourself. You need to bring these with you to the BPI branch of your choice. If you receive your BPI ATM card immediately, submit a photocopy of your new ATM card both front and back to us. If the bank does not immediately provide an ATM card, you may hand over your BPI account number verification form to a BPI account executive. Ask him or her to indicate your BPI account number in the document. You don't have to provide us with a copy of your ATM card if you've already submitted this form to us.
Thanks, Colleen. I'm wondering though if it's possible for me to open a checking instead of a savings account.
That's a good question. As a matter of fact, as an executive, you have the option to open a checking account. When you do open a checking account, you may want to inform the account officer that you need to maximize your withdrawal limit to 50,000 pesos per day. You also need to submit the following to open a checking account: BET, endorsement letter, one 1x1 ID photo, a government-issued ID. A fee of about 180 pesos will be collected from you for your passbook. Foreigners need to show the account officer their passport. Non-Filipino candidates who want to open a savings instead of a checking account should follow the instructions I mentioned earlier for opening a savings account with BPI. Non-executive or entry-level candidates are only allowed to open a savings payroll account with BPI. As part of our C2P requirements, we also need a copy of your SSS statement of account and any document that shows your SSS number, such as your SSS ID. As mentioned earlier, you may access your SSS details online. Just print your statement of account or SOA details and send us a copy. Alternately, you may also submit a copy of your SSS loan voucher if still available. If you do not have an existing loan with SSS, kindly print out your SOA and loan details reflecting that you don't have any existing loans with SSS. Non-Filipino candidates can also apply for the Philippine Social Security System or SSS. Visit www.sss.gov.ph to find out which SSS branch is nearest you. You may then provide us with a copy of your E1 form. Your SSS number should be electronically printed on the form. If an SSS personnel gives you a form with your SSS number handwritten on it, please request for a printed form. You may also apply online through the SSS website. After applying, you will need to print out and sign the Social Security System personal record and Social Security System number slip. These forms will contain your new SSS number. Submit both forms to us. Please note that the SSS number issued online is considered temporary. To make this permanent, you need to visit any SSS servicing branch and present a valid ID. Further instructions are listed in your onboarding or pre-employment kit. Don't forget to submit a copy of your TIN ID. Now, in the absence of your TIN ID, you may submit any old official BIR document reflecting your name and TIN number, such as BIR Form 2305 or Certificate of Update of Exemption and of Employers and Employees Information 1905, 1904, 2316. Please make sure that the document has an official BIR seal. Non-Filipino candidates who don't have a Philippine TIN yet must fill out BIR Form 1902 or Application for Registration. We will provide you with this form. Submit the duly accomplished form together with your birth certificate to us and we'll process your TIN for you. As supporting documents for your BIR Form 2305, we need a copy of your NSO certified birth certificate. You may visit any NSO satellite office or request for a copy online at ecensus.com.ph.
If you are married, you also need to submit a copy of your NSO certified marriage certificate or a certified true copy of civil registry marriage certificate. If legally separated, kindly submit a copy of certificate of finality of judgment from the court. If a widow or widower, a copy of the death certificate of the deceased spouse.
Also, please sign the Authority to Deduct form and FAQ form, which you can find in your onboarding kit, and submit them to us. This will be used for tax consolidation purposes.
You also need to submit a document that shows your Pag-ibig number, such as a printout of your Pag-ibig ID or loyalty card or printed member's data form. Proceed to the nearest Pag-ibig branch and request for an MDF printout. You may also send an email to contact us at pagibigfund.gov.ph to request for the MID. But note that feedback for this request usually takes 2 to 3 working days.
We also need an official document showing your PhilHealth number, such as your PhilHealth member data record or list of contributions, or you may email PhilHealth at actioncenter@philhealth.gov.ph to request for your PhilHealth number. Once received, send us the email you got from PhilHealth. Instructions for registering online to obtain your PhilHealth contributions can be found in your onboarding kit. Cebu or Ilocos candidates must submit the following: an individual work permit from the Cebu City Hall or Ilocos City Hall issued by the Cash Division, and the health certificate permit from the Cebu City Health Office or the Ilocos Health Office. They may also use the X-ray results from their pre-employment medical exam.
I was just wondering, since Accenture has a lot of foreign employees, do they undergo the same onboarding process? I mean, how do they submit their work permit, for example?
That's an interesting question, Jay. All new Accenture employees have to really undergo an onboarding process. For non-Filipino citizens, they can submit a photocopy of their valid work permit to us. If they don't have an existing work permit, Accenture processes this on their behalf. Make sure you submit your BIR 2316 or Certificate of Compensation Payment or Tax Withheld once it becomes available before your start date. Please note that this form should be submitted within the taxable year. We will accept the document even if it does not have the BIR seal. But make sure that it was signed by a representative from your current or former employer. If your BIR 2316 form becomes available after your start date or upon onboarding, you will need to have this document routed to Records Management. If you fail to submit this prior to the tax consolidation deadline, you will have to personally process the consolidation of your taxes. You will be notified of the deadline via email and may want to reach out to your people advisor for further guidance by then. For BIR Form 1905, you will need to personally process the transfer of your Regional District Office or RDO code going to Accenture's RDO. Here are the steps. Call BIR hotline and confirm your current RDO code and ask for their exact address. Visit the current RDO with 3 copies of accomplished BIR Form 1905. Your onboarding POC will provide this form to you. You need to bring any valid identification. BIR representative will process the RDO transfer and will hand you a copy of stamped BIR Form 1905. You will need to submit this stamped form to us. Jay, do you have an existing loan with Pag-ibig?
I don't. If I do though, do I have to give you additional documents?
Yes. If you have an existing HDMF or Pag-ibig loan, you should submit any of the following: HDMF or Pag-ibig loan voucher within a 2-year amortization period, HDMF statement of account within a 2-year amortization period if the loan voucher is not available.
Is there anything else I need to submit?
Yes. In fact, we also need a copy of any proof of identification that has your complete name and your birth date. Any government-issued ID will do, such as your passport, police clearance, NBI clearance, postal ID, or driver's license. You also need to submit a 2x2 ID photo, white background. You also need to fill out and sign the company ID template, which your onboarding POC will provide you. That's it. Remember, you may find more information about these requirements on your pre-employment checklist. We're all looking forward to see you real soon. Welcome aboard!
Thank you so much. I can't wait to complete my onboarding journey and be officially part of Accenture. Are you guys excited too? See you in Accenture soon.